Oh, commiserations, Neil. That was a really, really tough match, and against an opponent who just never knows when to give up, does he?
No, yeah, it was tough. The playing conditions were there to be, it was in front of everyone's eyes just how bad it was, and the last thing you want to do is play John Higgins when it's kind of like gonna be a scrap no matter what. It was very impossible. It was pretty much impossible to sort of get on a roll, make big breaks. Balls bouncing all over the place off the cushions, and yeah, at one point, sort of John and I were just laughing with each other, sort of in between shots. It was absolutely unbelievable. Probably never played on sort of conditions playing like that for several months, and yeah, that's probably the biggest shame is that it hasn't taken somebody to play their best to beat me, because I felt as though that was definitely going to have to be the case after my second round with Sean, and probably the worst person in the draw to play on a table like that is John Higgins. I think everyone else in the draw, I can still tactically outmaneuver everybody and get through the match, but we had some brilliant tactical frames, and yeah, he just the champion he is, he adapted to the conditions better than me, and yeah, so what can I say? He's a worthy winner.
Is that particularly tough to take after having such a good season?
Yeah, it is, but it's just the reality. I think when when two players use this brand of chalk called Tam chalk, you don't get any kicks or big bounces. They just don't happen. And John doesn't like using the Tam chalk because I think it doesn't grip as well as on his tip, because he uses quite a hard tip, and so I did fear the worst when he got through against Stewart. On one hand, I'd love to play him, but I knew there was potential for all the chalk to sort of like come off and go onto the table, which creates the big bounces and kicks, and so yeah, it is tough to take, and John will tell you himself that the conditions were as bad as it gets.
Do you think he can go on to win this year, or is anybody else your favourite now, do you think?
Well, it's two fantastic stories with Dave and Gary getting to the semis. It's brilliant. They're both fantastic guys, and really good on them. They've done really well. And then you got the two experienced players in John and Judd, and John's the only previous winner, but I don't think that will really affect Judd too much. I think probably the key to it is John's got. I think Judd and John have both got great experience in the semi-finals. They've both been there before. They've both won semi-finals before, so it'll be interesting to see how Gary and Dave sort of settle in the one table setup. And yeah, I think the conditions will play an awful lot better than what they did the last couple of days with John and I, which probably favours Judd's game. But then you look at it, and then I don't think he's beaten John Higgins in anything longer than a best out of seven. So yeah, who knows? But it'll be fascinating, the next few days for sure.
And for you, is it time to go back to the family now? You must have been missing them, and regroup, have a bit of a break.
Yeah, I'll just have a couple of months off now. It's been long overdue. I think getting to the last four finals, quarterfinals here. Been on a great run. There's no doubt about that. And so I think I've earned a bit of time off. But Miller said, I can't wait for you to lose or win so you can get home and get onto dad duties. So I'll have to. She's been on 2 or 3 hours sleep a night for the last for the last 3 or 4 weeks. So I'll have to get back and take care of that.
So equally tough conditions at home.
Yeah, just about. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.